Hey student, how are you? Welcome to our session on the law of cosines. The law of cosines is used to solve oblique triangles, non-right triangles. And when we're given two sides and the angle in between, or given three sides, we'll use law of cosines. And we've got three versions of the law of cosines, depending on the information you're given and what we're solving for. Let's take a look at two examples. First, we'll use law of cosines to solve for the missing side. Let's label our triangle. Angle A is 83 degrees, side B is 12, and the side is always opposite the angle. We use a capital letter for angle B, and then side B is opposite. And then side C is 15. And we're solving for side A. So we'll use the a squared version of the law of cosines. A squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2 times b times c times cosine of angle A. And we'll fill in our formula. A squared, we're looking for side A. B is 12. 12 squared plus 15 squared minus 2 times 12 times 15 times cosine of angle A, 83 degrees. And we'll make sure that our calculator is in degrees. And then in order to solve for A, we need to get rid of the A squared. To undo the power of 2, we'll take the square root of this entire side. Just grab that there. And we are left with A is equal to the square root of this entire side. And we'll go pop this into our calculator. Heading over to DESMOS, I'm going to make sure that I am in degrees using the little wrench here. And then down at the bottom, we'll click on degrees. And then we'll type in our square root. The square root, bottom left corner, we'll click on the keyboard. And then the square root, there it is. Square root of our entire expression. And we get 18.03. I'm going to round to 18. Side A is 18. Side A is 18. There we go. Number two. Number two. Let's use law of cosines to solve for an angle. And we'll label our triangle. Given all three sides, side A is 11, B is 14, and side C is 15. And we're solving for angle C, so we'll use our C squared version of the law of cosines. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2 times A times B times cosine of angle C. And we'll fill in our formula. C is 15. We get 15 squared is equal to 11 squared plus 14 squared minus 2 times 11 times 14 times cosine of angle C. And then we'll simplify using our order of operations. Exponents first. 15 squared, we get 225. 11 squared, 121. 14 squared, 196. And then I'm going to multiply 2 times 11 times 14, 308 times cosine of angle C. And then I'm going to add 121 plus 196. We get 317 minus 308 times cosine of angle C. Now be careful here. You cannot subtract since we have a variable attached to 308. So we can't subtract 317 minus 308. We will, however, subtract 317, bring it to the other side of the equal sign. So 225 minus 317. That'll cancel out on this side. Be sure to bring down the minus 308 on the right-hand side of the equal sign. And then 225 minus 317, we get negative 92. And now we'll divide by negative 308. So we get 92 divided by 308. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. Cosine of angle C. Now we need to use inverse cosine. Inverse cosine, or arc cosine, to undo cosine. And we'll take arc cosine or inverse cosine of 92 divided by 308. And we'll pop that in the calculator here. Arc cosine of 92 divided by 308. And we get 72.6 degrees. 72.6 degrees for angle C. And that concludes Law of Cosines. Thanks so much for joining our session, and I'll see you next time.